Check out this YouTube channel here, making $51,900 every single month. And if we go deeper into its channel stats, 13 million long-term views in the last 30 days. And most of it actually came last week as well, doing just shy of 5 million views. So why is it that this faceless channel in the animals niche is absolutely crushing it, while other channels in the exact same niche doing very, very similar formats is not even monetized, and the most popular video only being 800 views? Well, it comes down to a couple different things, skill sets, factors, which I'm going to explain in this video. And hopefully, if you apply all of these, you're going to not only get your own faceless channel up and running, but have it up and running to a high profit margins. For some context, before I go into these 10 tips that you can actually implement ASAP, I've built multiple faceless YouTube channels to 5-figure months and even 6 figures generated in income. If you want to learn directly by me after this video, there will be a link in the description for you to apply to work with me and actually get the right help necessary to blow up your faceless channels. And so the first one comes from a low trust score. What this means is if you posted 5 videos and you got 2 views, 5 views, 10 views, 0 views, 0 views, this isn't because your video itself is boring or bad. You can have a shitty ass video but still get views and get 1.6 million views if YouTube sees your channel as a genuine user and a real human behind it. If you're like a bot and you made mass produced amount of channels, YouTube's just not going to push you no matter what. They don't like to do so. So the way you counter it is by warming up your channel via posting content consistently and also utilizing every single tool under YouTube's resources and acting like a real human. So commenting, watching videos, subscribing to channels. When you do this for long enough, after a couple months, after a couple weeks, depending on your channel, you're going to be able to kind of escape this 0 view jail and go from 0 to millions of views per video. And the thing about low trust score as well, I'm going to make this very, very clear for you, is that you can have a really, really good video and it's still getting 0 views if your channel itself is mauled in some way, shape, or form. If there's a malware on your channel and YouTube just sees it as a really low trust score, they're going to impression ban and view ban your entire videos. So it's very, very important that if you post 4 videos or 5 videos and you're still in this 5 view jail, 10 view jail, take those videos down, repost it on a brand new channel, and repeat this process until you actually have a channel that is getting you views right off the get-go. If you can post 1 or 2 videos and then you get hundreds of views or thousands of views, perfect. Keep posting on that channel and you'll do good. As an example, right, if I go to this channel in specific, they have 150 videos, but their oldest one, 35,000 views already. June. Right off the get-go, they got tens of thousands of views. This is how a proper channel should look. But if this channel with 15 videos, their first video got 49, 63, 31, 202, they're not technically shadow banned. They don't have a low trust score, but in this case, they just have really shitty content and they should do better production-wise. But if it's stuck, again, 5 views, you know what to do. Next, moving on. This one's good. Templates, voiceover, energy. This is the biggest mistake I see most YouTubers make whenever they're trying to build these faceless videos, is that their voiceover just sounds super, super like an ad. If you've watched YouTube ads or you watched content that just sounds so template formatted, hi, my name is Alyssa. In this video, I'm going to show you. You literally sound like an ad, and no one likes to watch ads. So to fix this, it's so simple. Just go onto Fiverr, Upwork, whatever freelancer website you're using to hire talent, and get the hottest MILF. No, I'm kidding. Just hire someone who knows how to speak properly. And I'll be super honest. AI's gotten so much better over the last year. 11 Labs, Murph AI, use those tools, and those are going to help you a lot because there are so many channels, including mine, that have gone super viral, get millions of views through AI voiceover. My go-to is 11 Labs, and preferably, it depends on the niche that you're posting, you want to have a deeper voice because it adds more suspense and tension naturally. And just psychologically, if you have a deeper voice, it's going to sound more interesting and people are going to click off less, if that makes any sense. Very, very important. Next, number 3. This one is massive. No pattern interrupts. If you look at this video that I have displayed here, you see CNN, I sold big chunks on eBay for $90,000, 4.6 million views 1 week ago. It's just such a big pattern interrupt where you're like, hold on a second, why is a news article posting? Now, granted, for some more context, I found this random image on Reddit. I don't know how true it is, but this idea of giving a completely different twist as to what your viewers would expect, and this twist only draws more intrigue, is going to benefit you so much longer. So a very good faceless example, right, was if, I'm making this off the top of my head, by the way. So if I was to post in the animals niche, as an example, and I said, the megalodon sharks were not actually the biggest sharks. History lied. Something along the lines of that. Now, obviously, the way I worded that could be improved, but that idea overall, which is completely warped, saying that there may have been a bigger shark than the megalodon sharks, is a massive plot twist. Hold on a second. What the fuck is going to be inside the viewer's mind, allowing them to click on the video and getting me paid? So having some sort of pattern interrupt is going to help you so much if you're in the Titanoboa niche, which is this massive snake. The Titanoboa snake is actually still alive. Here's what studies show. Right? Obviously, the wording can always be improved, but that idea overall is going to be giving the viewer enough of a twist for them to draw enough curiosity to then wanting them to click on the video. So important that you add this correctly into your channel, so that way, whatever niche you are in, you draw enough curiosity, and that is what drives clicks. No curiosity equals no clicks. I should have said that. Summarized. Boom. Next up. Tip number 4 is mismatching your title and the content. And this is actually what drives the video from 500 views to 500,000 views. Mr. Beast does this perfectly. I have this image displayed here. 50 streamers fight for $1 million, right? Now, when you analyze a thumbnail, you see all the biggest streamers that you've probably seen before. Pokemon, Speed, I don't know this person, I don't know this person, I don't know this person, but they look familiar. The faces look familiar, and they remind me of streamers. And so when those two correlate, there's going to be a congruency match, and I'm going to allow myself to click on the video and proceed forward, right? That's the packaging. Now, if you click on this video and you watch the intro, you're going to notice that they talk about literally a battle between 50 of the biggest streamers in the world, and they're competing for $1 million to give out to their fans. And so there's a congruency. It meets the expectation, which results in the viewer holding their attention and not clicking off because they've absolutely satiated their, I guess, wantingness to watch the video. Now, when you're making your own faceless content, right? If you made a video, for example, let's check out this channel. Deep Sea Crime. If I go to the latest video and it says the ocean sunfish, weirdest deep sea survival. First of all, that title is ass. It's too long, it's too confusing, it's too hard to read. But if I want to watch, let's just say this one, right? I stimulated megalodon in the modern ocean, chaos followed. And I saw this thumbnail of a massive shark with this scuba diver that's about to be eaten. I expect to see something along the lines of a crazy megalodon in the intro. Let's see what happens. Of course, I predicted it perfectly. You see some fucking boats in the ocean. And this has nothing to do with what I've saw in the packaging and the idea I've created in my mind, which as a byproduct doesn't allow me to want to continue watching. And then I see bullshit sharks. This is nothing similar to what I've seen in the title and the thumbnail. Now it's getting, so see, now when you see these massive fucking sharks, show that in the first 2 seconds, not some boat, right? So that's something you have to be very, very considerate of when you're actually trying to get views and quote unquote meet the expectation of your viewers watching. Super massive one that you cannot skip. Honestly, all these, I guess, ticks and trips, you cannot skip. But this next one is overused as stock footage. Pretty self-explanatory. If you have a freelancer making your videos and they're giving you the most bullshit, boring stock footage, you're going to do that. That's exactly why this other channel, again, right? This last video we just watched. Boring boat footage, most likely stock footage, and that doesn't draw any intrigue. And if I go through this entire thing, it's probably just stock footage. And images with terrible editing and a very bad text. So why is it that I would want to click and watch on this video, which is boring footage, when I can, as a matter of fact, go to this channel? Let's watch the way that they build some of their videos, right? If I click on a random video, and the first thing I see is not really stock footage, it's actually animated, and then I see exactly what I am, expecting for, which is a T-Rex in modern Africa. Cool. Although the visuals are not perfect, I'm getting exactly what I clicked on it for, and then I don't see stock footage. I see editing, I see animation, I see editors putting in tangible work that shows me, hey, this is exactly what I'm getting, and it's not cheap quality. This is exactly the difference between a channel doing, no money versus a channel doing $50,000 a month, and getting 13 million views in a single month. And so you see like this example here, pretty self-explanatory. Get an editor that understands how to edit properly, add animation if necessary, and even add original, unique content from himself via that be random photos or some other footages that are not stock and maybe taken by a cameraman or a video creator to then utilize in your own videos. Super big. Number 6 is having a weak ending or no payoff in the end of your YouTube videos. The Titanoboa snake, I just mentioned this a couple minutes ago, but this faceless channel with 130,000 subscribers got 6,000 views on a video posted 4 years ago. And this title or this idea isn't even that bad because the Titanoboa snake is super popular. There's so many channels making videos about this topic from years ago. They got millions of views. So the reason why it got only 6,000 views with the channel size of 130,000 subscribers is simply because, look at this, the biggest snake that ever lived. Like, what am I supposed to watch from this? I can tell you that if I clicked on this video, I'd probably click off after 30 seconds. Because not only is it boring, but there's no clear reasoning for me to continue watching. Like, cool, I already know it's the biggest snake that ever lived. Pretty self-explanatory as well. So if you want to fix it for this, let's do some competitive research, right? If I typed in Titanoboa snake and then just clicked on enter, this one, nothing about Titanoboa was normal hereby. Now, that not only does it drive more intrigue, I already know it's not normal. It's the world's biggest fucking snake. But if I were to click on this and watch it, I see content that's directly supplying for it. It's stock footage alongside of genuine, I guess, clips taken from movies and TV shows that display a close-up of the snake. It's just so much of a better idea. This one. What if Titanoboa snake did not go extinct? That drives more of a curiosity, allowing me to want to click on it, which is why it's got fucking 14 million views, right? Again, this is exactly the idea that I just explained to you a couple of minutes back. Titanoboa was not the largest snake ever, and that drives enough of a pattern interrupt that allows me to want to click. That's why it got 1.1 million views, exactly like my theory. You get what I'm trying to say? So the overall point of this is also just having a big enough curiosity gap within your overall idea, which allows you to have a very, very big payoff. Because if you're delivering on that curiosity gap and you give the information necessary, that is enough to provide that congruency at the end. Very, very important. Okay, this one is so self-explanatory, but so many people do this, just posting random niches, random videos on the same channel. Like imagine you posted a snake video, someone subscribed to your channel, and then your next video was about CNN Chungus gorilla. They're gonna click off. Like there's no congruency. This channel is a perfect example for it. It's in some random language that I don't know. I think it's Spanish, but it switched from some Indian ass video to some gaming content to then some 3 people podcast thing. And then what the hell is this? I don't even know. You're going to never grow if you post different clips. And if you have different ideas, right, if you have different niche ideas and concepts, you want to do a fat loss video. Then you want to do a Titanoboa snake video. And then you want to do a body cam video. Cool. Have them separate on different channels. Don't keep them together because you're going to kill your fan base and people will come back to your videos. The only strategy that you can post random niches in is in the evergreen niche because you're not posting content for subscribers and fan bases. You're posting content to rank in YouTube search. Completely different format. That's the only exception where you're allowed to post different niches. If you want me to talk more about that, just let me know. I can maybe make a separate video. This one, number 8. Robotic script writing with no personality would result in a low retention, right? It's a very, very similar concept to the voiceover where it sounds too templated, formatted, and artificial intelligence created. But if you have a script that says, in this video, I'm going to show you why Titanoboa was a cool snake. What the fuck? If you have taken any sort of English literature classes in school, which I'm sure you probably have, they've taught you everything wrong about school. They tell you to be professional. They tell you to make a sentence, to introduce the overall story. All this introduction garbage is crap. You need to say the most out-of-pocket or tongue-twisting line that would genuinely confuse the viewer. So if it's like about Titanoboa snake, I'll just say, The Titanoboa snake is actually tiny compared to this prehistoric creature from the 1400s. What the fuck? What is this video about? And then when you pair that with a visual from a crazy movie about a snake that's eating alive a human or some shit, cool. That absolutely met the expectations and you're going to get a bunch of views. So it's all about having a script and idea that constantly has pattern interrupts and also delivers on personality, which builds a connection as the video plays throughout. It's just not having a boring ass idea. It's self-explanatory. Every single one of these are super self-explanatory, but also I see so many people make this mistake, which is why I want to explain it. And this also happens when you use ChatGPT and AI to make your videos, so we do that. Number 9, front-loading everything. So there comes a fine line between showcasing the coolest stuff at the intro versus killing the entire point of the video. And so it is good to foreshadow the craziest parts and kind of introduce the idea of what you want to showcase to your viewer. But if you just say the end result and you put that in the first 10 seconds, you're gonna get a retention that looks like this. It drops down, and then after that, the video pretty much flatlines, resulting in terrible retention, resulting in terrible views. So if you had a niche about, let's just say, cops chasing a motorcycle, and you want to post videos about it, it's cool. If your first 30 seconds was like the height of it, the motorcycle crashed, the police car caught him, cool. And then the rest of the video is just the police, I guess, detaining him, putting him around cuffs, etc., etc. You're not going to get really many views. They want to see the inclination and the climaxing of the greedy motorcycle flipping the cop off and then driving away and then all the close calls in between, and then maybe the motorcycle actually got away for a little while, but it then got too greedy and then slowed down and then the police caught him. That is the storyline. That is where all of the retention comes from. So you don't want to deliver the end result, but you want to foreshadow and intrigue the end result. So if you can intrigue and give snippets of it rather than the full thing, it'll be good. Okay. Super fine line between showing everything and foreshadowing everything. Number 10, overly broad titles. I found this YouTube channel that is absolutely not crushing it. Epstein Files Exposed. Okay, this one in particular, I already know Epstein Files Exposed. I already know and heard about every single bit of news, information, video about it. So what makes you different if it's just Epstein Files? You want to sound different, new, or the best. And you don't have any of that. It's just too broad. It's just too, within the crowd. You're stuck amongst the thousands of other pieces of content talking about Epstein Files. So your chances of getting clicks and intriguing the viewer is very low. It's diminishing every single day just with how much content is out there already. So saturation is one reason, but just if you want to make this niche work, it just be like brand new Epstein file. I don't know. And then you add a controversial creator who's a main figure in this world, Drake. I don't even know. Don't sue me. But you get the idea, right? This one, inside North Korea, the most secretive country in the world, probably. What you don't want to see. This one's slightly better, but it's still too broad. Like inside North Korea, what do I want to see inside North Korea? If you said like underground dinosaur still alive inside North Korea, cool. Now we actually have a plot. But if you just like, what the fuck is this, right? So very, very simple and easy to explain. I'm sure you guys are not retarded if you were to implement this step. But just don't keep your titles 3 words. Don't have it super generic. You want to have some sort of twist that is detailed enough for the viewer to feel, I guess, some way, shape, or form confused, intrigued, or emotionally suspenseful. That's the end. So I think that is it. If you want mentorship, I have a shameless plug, again, in the description. I've helped hundreds of individuals. I'm confident I can help you as well. If you didn't like this video, well then don't apply. But if you did like this video, then apply. I'll see you guys soon.
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And this should be already fine. 2014, 2017. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy. confirm. And now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.